talk about kids and food. First of all, where are kids getting most of their foods? Birthday parties, school lunches, sporting events. Where else, Luke? Where you get all the snacks? When you go to the gas station? Where else?
Yeah,
Grandma's house?
Grandma's house and cousin's house.
There you go, cousin's house. Okay. All of these options that kids are faced up against in the food industry is very, very hard to overcome. So, changing just a little bit of ingredients and a little bit of products in their day is going to be a huge win for both the child and you as a parent, right? Let's talk about why it's okay for kids to have a quote-unquote imperfect food, but here at Wake Up and Read the Labels, we want to make sure our clients are getting a perfectly clean product. First things first, kids are picky, right?
Yes.
You probably sit down with your kids and you present something to them and they either like it one day and don't like it the next day, or they just won't try something new. So with that being said is we go out and we find the cleanest products for a kid. This brand is called Silver Hills and it does come in multiple different varietals. However, I find my kids find this to resemble real bread the most. We selected this bread because it is sprouted whole wheat flour. Luke, tell everybody why sprouted is better for you.
Sprouted means it's easier to digest for your belly.
Yep, your belly can digest it easier, right? It also only calls for 1 gram of cane sugar, which if you take a look at the bread you're probably buying or giving your kids, it has tons of sugar in it, okay? This one also does not have any preservatives, which is a huge win. So even though this isn't as clean as our Base Culture or our Susie's bread or Simple Mills, this is cleaner than say Bunny bread or Dave's Killer bread or I don't know, Udi's, something else you're buying, okay? Next up is nut butters. Lots of nut butters have added oils in them. Luke, read the ingredients of this.
The ingredients are organic dry roasted peanuts.
Yep, so how many ingredients is that?
1.
One simple ingredient, right? No added oils or preservatives are put in there. So I challenge you to go look in your pantry. What kind of nut butter have you been putting on your child's sandwich? Odds are it probably has soybean oil or sunflower oil or canola oil and it could potentially have an added sugar. So you're making it cleaner, right? You are going back to the basics. Now, when kids are, you wanna hold the bread, Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Give them something to do. When kids are constantly being fed artificial dyes, preservatives, all kinds of different artificial sweeteners. So sugar has like over 100 different names for artificial sugars, right? When a kid is constantly getting that for their breakfast, their lunch, their snack, their dinners, their dessert, do you know what happens? They get cranky, they get moody, they have ADHD, they have behavioral problems. They can't focus, right? All these things are happening and it messes with a child. So, same thing for us. When you are feeding them ingredients their body can digest and ingredients that you can pronounce, they can pronounce, that their body can recognize, well, good things actually start to happen. They're sleeping better, they're less irritable, they're not having GI issues anymore. I even hear parents that say their kids either suffer from acne or have rosacea, and that goes away when they start eating real food. So being consistent and giving them a cleaner alternative is what is going to be the key to getting your kid to feel better. Here we're using St. Dalfor's jelly. There are some other clean jellies out there. And this one is sweetened with just its fruit pectin, okay? Most jellies have added sugar again. And then they also can add some preservatives. What do you think about that, Luke?
That's a lot of jelly.
That's a lot of jelly. But we know our oldest one, Jude, he loves jelly. So here is a clean peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you have any nut allergies or your school is peanut free, you could use a clean sunflower seed butter. Make sure the ingredients are just sunflower seeds and no added industrial seed oils. Next up is pizza. Do you love pizza?
Yes.
Okay, this is a brand called Outer Aisle. These ingredients are cauliflower and Parmesan cheese. Do you love Parmesan cheese?
Yes.
Yes, you do. So This works well for kids. Again, we tell our clients to find a cleaner brand without the cheese, but this is a very clean brand for kids. You could also make some type of sandwich with them or a quesadilla, right? Flip it over and do that. But we are going to make a simple, quick and easy. You can even have a personal pan pizza party here with a bunch of kids that come over for either a birthday party or maybe cousin sleepover. You want to put the cheese on there? Go for it. Again, you want to put vegan cheeses beneath the sauce because it will melt better. However, kids love cheese. So what are you looking for? You're looking for grass-fed cheese. You're looking for cheese with no added sugars, no added preservatives. Organic is best too. Wow, would you be happy if you got a pizza with that much cheese?
More.
More, okay, that's what I thought. Instead, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add on just little dollops of red sauce here. 4. And then, Lukey, go ahead and put some clean pepperonis on there. Do you love pepperoni?
Yes.
Yes, and we also do pepperoni as on a charcuterie board as well.
There.
All right, here you go. You see, this is made by an 8-year-old named Luke Smiley. Looks beautiful. Some other ideas of cleaner pizza products would be Snow Days pizza rolls. And then the last thing to know is just changing little pieces of ingredients in your kids' day is going to give them more nutrition, and it's going to give them a better day as a whole. Make sure that you're starting off slowly, right? You're giving them finding one thing that works. So maybe your pizza, it's clean pepperonis for the first week, and then the next week, it's cleaner red sauce, right? Build on to it as opposed to going to your kid and saying, hey, you gotta eat all of these clean things. That's not gonna be the best way to approach this journey. Last but not least, kids are running around, right? Burning tons of energy, and they need food, okay? That's why it's okay for them to have a little bit more than probably you would have, or a little bit of not perfect foods, because they are burning tons of energy and they do need lots of food. Here is to your next kids meal to be a little more friendly. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.